Yo, what's going on YouTube? Today we are talking about the BRUEN MK9. This is the new LMG meta right now in Warzone Season 2 Reloaded. We talked about this in yesterday's video with the patch notes. This thing got a super duper buff and it was already top tier viable. This has put this up to the absolute meta right now for long range LMG / ARs in Warzone, especially in Resurgence. This thing is absolutely dominant. For our attachments on this gun, we got the Casus brake, the 23-inch XRK Horizon V2 barrel, the BRUEN heavy support grip, 60 round mag with the Corio Eagle Eye 2.5 optic. Let's go ahead and bring this into the firing range, break down recoil patterns, go ahead and get acclimated to this gun. We're going to aim at the bottom line. We're going to shoot without holding the joystick so we have a general idea of what our recoil is going to look like. It's not too crazy in terms of horizontal recoil. We don't have a lot of left to right. It's just mostly vertical, then slightly up to the left. But it's a pretty tight pattern for 60 shots and not breaking the top of the board. Really just like 3/4 of the way. Really isn't that bad. So we know we need to go straight down. We need to kind of follow this pattern after the gun. So if we're shooting here, if we're going straight down, when it starts to kind of get out of this rhythm, we know we need to pull down this way to really balance that out. And we should end up with something along the lines of this. I mean, that's a pretty tight recoil pattern, especially when we get into that rotational aim assist. So looking at it in terms of target range, this is standing still. Usually I'll throw in that rotational aim assist to kind of give me like a better understanding. This is going to be just one solid spray here to give you a better idea when the gun's in full spray. It's extremely controllable. For those of you who haven't seen my videos, this is your first one. I talk about rotational aim assist a lot when you play with a controller. So when we add that into the mix, we get a little bit more of a aim assist grab, so we're able to control our recoil just a little bit more. But this thing is absolutely insane. TTK with it is extremely fast. Mobility's not too great with it. It's not horrible. In the ADS time, it's a little bit faster than what we've been seeing lately, but it's not horrible. The only thing I would watch out for would be this slight left curve. We're going to go ahead and send a second recoil pattern without holding it, just so you have an idea of consistencies with this gun. The recoil patterns won't be the exact same every single time. Like, for instance, this goes up and kind of has like a steady curve up to the, you know, up left, back straight. This kind of has like a little hunch. It kind of goes around right here. But the general idea with this gun is it's going to be down and then to the right. So this is like your general motion you're going to have. So when you're firing this weapon, if you can kind of keep this going, you should be able to get really tight recoil patterns. Even at far shots, you shouldn't have any sort of problem with this gun right now, shooting people out of the air. If you don't have any of these attachments unlocked, or maybe you're missing some, we'll kind of modify it a little bit. If you want to run it suppressed, instead of running the Casus brake, I would probably run the VT Spitfire suppressor. The brake really does add a lot to recoil control on this. This is with the VT Spitfire. You kind of see like how much more drastic to the left it is than those over there. It's way more to the left when you use suppressor, so you're kind of going to have to be on top of that recoil control game a little bit more, but it's kind of worth it if you're looking for that suppressed. Also, our ADS time is slowed down. It doesn't look like it, but you can feel it, I guess. Like when you go to ADS with the suppressor, there's a little bit of delay from the time you actually press the button to the time you actually ADS. But that's really the only thing I would change on this gun. It's just having the ability of being able to go suppressed. That'd probably be the #1 thing, because this recoil pattern is a little bit heavier when you run a suppressor, just a little bit sharper of an angle rather than that. But overall, top tier viable. This should be a very easy class to use. You shouldn't have any problems running it. Gang, listen, if you are new to the channel, enjoy the content, have any questions about this build or any other builds for Season 2 Reloaded, let me know in the comments down below. If there's any guns you think I'm sleeping on, let me know those as well. We'll see if we can't get those covered. Gang, I will catch you all tomorrow for another heater. Let's get it.